So once we got started in the beginning of the school year, I realized that I was going to need to focus on the near model, utilizing the normalization, the empowering, and then the inclusive side of things to bring all the students from where they were and signing up for the class at the beginning of the year to having an understanding of what that was going to look like for the rest of the year. So when I did that, we talked I did a survey with the students just to find out where they came from, and I realized that they don't have any family or friends in the industry for the most part. There are a couple of students that do, but the majority of them do not. They also do not have a garage space at their house or at a relative's house or tools at their house. So they're coming in maybe from an understanding of maybe watching some TV shows. Maybe they've got a friend that was signing up for the class. Lots of different things, but we just don't know what makes them pick the program other than they liked cars at some point, and they don't own a vehicle at this age because of their age. They don't own a vehicle, and they generally do not have driver's licenses when they start the program. So that's kind of where we started off, and I had to normalize what that class was going to look like for them, but also bring everybody in at that same level and say, hey, this is still for you. If you have an interest in this, there's no reason not to be part of this. So once we're there in the classroom, we start talking. I set up some field trips to get those students to realize what is a body shop. Some of them never been in a body shop. Some of them have jobs after school that are retail jobs. Some of them are, bussing tables, maybe working at restaurants, those kind of things, and cashiers, but not that side of things. So the future steps that we took after we did field trips to multiple body shops to get them comfortable into it was I also assigned that they were going to job shadow. That way they had what I would call like their own personal field trip to go out to that shop for the day, spend one-on-one time with a technician in the field that can really get them comfortable with talking with them, seeing themselves at that shop or at another shop and just feeling like this is where they want to be, and that's why they want to be in the program, so that they can then, once they're ready, they can go out and start to work on getting that job in the long run. So they've got to do the job shadow. They've got shirts and pants that are uniforms. They've got their own toolkit. That way they start to feel like they're part of what a technician really is in this field. And then they also get a vehicle panel that's assigned to them so that they do that body work all the way through the whole process. They get an account for their iCard training, which is what they'll be using in the industry. And they really start to understand that this learning is not just this 2-year program, but it's going to be their career, that they're going to be learning this style of teaching and understanding cars. They punch in and out on a time clock. That way they understand that attendance is a big deal and starting to normalize what a shop is going to expect out of them when they're out there. And then we also have them working with the Beaver County job training so that they have some supports when they go out to those jobs, even after the school year is done when they're working out there. But that's a lot of how we tried to set it up so that they're understanding what does it really look like out there when you're employed in a shop. That was the biggest piece.